One day when I was in high school, I had such bad diarrhea that it shot out of my ass like a bullet and somehow managed to crack the toilet bowl to the point where it started leaking. And since it was technically my fault, I knew I would most likely have to pay a fine of $500 to replace the toilet, and so like a good student, I went to the principal's office to turn myself in. However, instead of taking accountability for it, I made a last-minute decision to blame the morbidly obese kid in my year level for sitting on the toilet for so long that his weight cracked it. And so we actually ended up paying a $1,000 fine instead, which was a lot more than I expected, but I'm pretty sure they just taxed him for being overweight and taking up too much space in the classrooms, which was pretty messed up. Anyways, let's have a look at some more of your school confessions. About a year ago, I used to stalk my crush around the school. Like, whenever she used to ask to go to the bathroom, I did too. And I even followed her around on the walk to school as well. I kept a book in my bag just to keep track of all the stuff she did every day to find patterns and habits. I even tried to follow her into the bathroom one day too. One day, I got to class early and saw her desk, and I decided to kiss her. This became a daily thing for me to do. Then one day, I finally decided to confess my feelings to her, and she said that she didn't like me. Damn, all that effort just to get rejected. God damn, I feel sorry for you. But at the same time, I don't know whether I feel sorry for you because this is insanely creepy behavior. Like, there's creepy and then there's like insanely creepy. This is beyond creepy. You follow her to school on the walk. Okay, that is some sort of serial killer behavior. You're sort of stalking your prey, getting ready. Like, you know her patterns and habits. You keep a book. You actually write it down, like in paper, like using your pencil. So if you ever killed her, bro, this would be used as evidence against you. This is severe serial killer behavior. Like, you're stalking her. You're literally stalking her to get ready to like intercept her path and like unalive her one day. That is very concerning. And the fact that you even follow her into the bathroom as well, that is, I feel like that might be the most concerning thing, because I hope you do not do anything sus to her. I can't really tell whether you're a dude or a girl from this, but are there bathrooms where you can have like a boy and a girl in at like the same time at school? Because, like, first of all, why would they even like have that at schools? And second of all, that just seems like the worst place for someone to just get diddled. I hope you do not diddle your crush. But then you go and kiss her desk every day before school. So the only reason why you come to school like early every single day is to kiss her desk every single day, like a good luck charm. Like, do you think kissing her desk every single day without her knowing will magically make her fall in love with you? It's like some Disney princess type beat. Like, if you kiss her desk, like the love will transfer like into her, and then that will transfer into you. Like, do your parents ever wonder why you always like, you know, go to class early every single day? Because I assume this would have changed your habits, like your walking habits and everything. You would have specifically tried to walk to school a little bit earlier than your crush so that you could ensure that you get there before her, so you could kiss her desk before anyone else seeing. But I feel like the worst thing in the world would have been if she liked you back, because then, bro, like, I feel like you would have done some absolutely insanely freaky stuff with her. And so I'm glad, honestly, for her own safety, I'm glad that she didn't like you back. No offense, of course, like no offense. But yeah, this is very insane behavior. You need some help. No offense, of course. So at my school, there was a kid named what? Wait. There's a kid named what? Like what the, what the, like, as in like what the sigma, what the sigma, what the sigma, what the skibbity is his name, bro. What, his name is what? It's literally what? Like, what are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp? Okay, no offense to this guy, no offense, of course. Basically, there were 2 elementary schools in my area, and I went to one and my best friend Liam went to the other. He told me that this what kid had been to the bathroom with Liam and a few other people, took a fat dookie and ate it. I didn't really believe it, but then the next year of school, I'm in the bathroom and I just hear what giggling in the store next to me. I didn't think much of it until I heard and felt a splat on my head. He had thrown his dookie onto my head and was smearing it on the walls. I washed it off as well as I could, got the punishment for being tardy, and never spoke of it ever again. I didn't snitch because who knows what he would have done to me if I did. What is what doing? What is like genuinely, what is what doing? I didn't snitch because who knows what he could have done to me if I did. Get it? Who knows what? Like, who knows what? That's not funny. Bro, so what threw a fat, massive diarrhea onto your head as you were in the toilet? Okay, there's definitely something wrong with him. I mean, I don't think there's anything right with someone called what. Like, who names their kid what? Unless they are just like, okay, what is going on? What is actually going on? Bro, did you at least shout, what are you doing? Like from the store next door? Because like his name is what? Like, what are you doing? Okay, that is not funny. I keep saying it, but it's not funny. Bro, why his name is what? His name is actually what? And he threw a dookie onto your face. So that means he probably ate it. Like so that story before was true. He probably ate his own poo. Okay, there is definitely something wrong with what. We got to figure out what is wrong with what. He needs some help. He might need some help. So I had chemistry lesson and the teacher asked us to be creative and make powders using chemicals. So I did what any dumb kid would do and started mixing some sodium hydroxide into a giant beaker and made another beaker filled with nitric acid. And then I took a giant piss into the nitric acid, nearly burned my dingaling by dropping it in the acid. I then mixed the two and the entire school had to be evacuated as I learned that day acid and a base equals a bad time. I didn't get suspended as I knew I was an idiot at chemistry and they didn't notice I pissed in the jar, even after asking me what the smell was. Bro, how is it your first thought to piss in a jar? Your teacher asked you to be creative and make some chemicals, powders, or all that stuff in chemistry, and your first thought is to piss in the jar? That is your piss. I mean, okay, technically your piss contains a chemical, but at the same time, you almost burned your dingling off by dropping it in the acid. That cannot be healthy for your dingling. Like, you could have actually burned your entire dingling off if it was like a more severe acid. Wait, but apparently sodium hydroxide and nitric acid isn't dangerous. So that means why did you get evacuated? Bro, maybe it was the piss that reacted with it.
Hawk to
Oh my god, it actually was the piss. It was the piss. It was the piss that made it dangerous because it broke down urea into ammonia, and I think the ammonia gas is toxic. Yeah, it's toxic, bro. So if you hadn't have pissed into the jar, it would have been fine. Sodium hydroxide and nitric acid is fine. It's not a dangerous reaction, but adding piss into it makes it a dangerous reaction because you add the urea and that breaks it down into the ammonia gas. And so it was literally the piss, bro. It was the piss. Do you not understand that it was the piss? If you hadn't have pissed in the jar, it would have been fine. Your whole class wouldn't have had to be evacuated if you didn't piss in the jar. So I think, yeah, this is slightly questionable. Yeah, that is not a smart decision to piss in the jar during chemistry. You don't even, like, do you even understand what chemicals in your piss? So one time in school, we had a break after cafeteria. So me and my friend went to the break outside and we had a treehouse. So we went to the treehouse like we always do and it was full of boys. So we peeked into the window and we were traumatized because they were giving each other the Hawk tour and they named it the SEX house. So we kind of snitched and the freaking principal came and he dragged everyone out. Bro. The treehouse. You turned the treehouse into the Hawk tour house. So instead of like an actual hawk, like an actual bird, the hawk being in the tree, the only type of bird that was in the tree was the Hawk tour. Like that was the only bird in that treehouse. Jesus Christ, it was full of boys giving each other the Hawk tour. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but that is definitely an interesting way to figure out that you're gay. I think the fact that they're gay, it's calm, like there's nothing wrong with being gay, but the fact that they were doing the Hawk tour in the treehouse, I feel like it's a little bit more than slightly questionable. I think they might need some help. Like, why do you choose to do that in the treehouse? So basically, one time when I was 11, I went to the bathroom and I took all the toilet paper out of the dispenser thing. I filled up the entire toilet with it and then flushed it after taking a poo. I had diarrhea or whatever. You had diarrhea. Jesus Christ, I've never seen this one before. Out of all ways to spell diarrhea, you're spelling it diarrhea. I mean, whatever goes. If you have no idea how to spell a word, just like sound it out. Just spell whatever like is like sounded out. I then flushed it and ran out, but just waited near it. Seconds later, watery poo infused with water started leaking out of the bottom of the door, eventually nearly flooding the hall. I never got caught because they assumed it was the weird kid Zeph. Okay, first of all, I don't know what is more atrocious, like the thing that you've committed here or your spelling of the word diarrhea. Dying-rhea, bro, I still cannot get over this. Dying-rhea. The rhea is dying. Every time you have an upset stomach, your rhea is dying. Oh, wait, no, that actually makes sense. Your rhea is dying, like rhea is in R-E-A-R. Your rhea is dying, so it's diarrhea. Dying-rhea. Because it hurts your guy so it's dying-rhea. Wait, this kid might actually be onto something. He might be onto something. It's dying-rhea. But anyways, yeah, this is definitely not a good thing to do, bro. You're just gonna destroy the entire toilet, and who's gonna have to clean it up? I guarantee you did not pick up a single droplet of water. You did not clean a single piece of poo from there. I guarantee you left it all to the poor school janitor, bro. Like, the school janitor goes through all of this stuff every single day, and he barely gets paid enough for it. And all you're doing is just making his job harder. Like, just like, how hard is it to just not do this? Instead of spending your school hours just like going to the bathroom and destroying all the toilets, I feel like you should be spending your school hours like in class and learning how to spell, because then maybe you'd be able to learn how to spell dying-rhea, like diarrhea. So yeah, this is slightly questionable. There's this kid in our grade who's a furry, and everyone kind of knows it but tries not to care, until last week. During lunch, he showed up in a full animal onesie with ears, a tail, and even painted whiskers on his face. That would have been fine if he just sat there quietly, but he decided it was the perfect time to act like a cat in the cafeteria. He got down on all fours and started crawling around, meowing at people and offering them snacks from a little fanny pack he called his stash. When another classmate told him to sit normally, he just hissed and curled up under the table like a cat. Half the cafeteria was laughing, half were horrified, and the teacher walked in right as he tried to purr on someone's tray of food. He's apparently planning to do it next week. Okay, I mean, like, you should not judge people for, like, this sort of stuff. Like, if he wants to be a fairy, it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I feel like to judge someone for this would be a little bit rude. But all I'm gonna say is that there's a time and place for everything. Like, I think, like, it's fine to be a fairy, but, like, perhaps the best, like, the most appropriate place to do this would have been, you know, like a convention, a fairy convention, or, like, just within his, like, with his own friend group. Because the thing is, like, if people are visibly a little bit uncomfortable with him just crawling around and just, like, meowing and, like, just purring, like, meow, 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 rawr, 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 meow, meow, meow. Like, that would make you feel like a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I assume if someone just went up to you and started doing that to you at a cafeteria at school, like where you least expect it, you'd feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to that sort of stuff. But yeah, once again, there's nothing wrong with being a fairy, but yeah, I mean, if that happened at my school, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable if someone just started meowing at me as I was just trying to eat my food. So I'm just gonna say it's slightly questionable. I subscribed to my teacher's OnlyFans, so I was in class one day when we were writing a test and I was done. And when I went to the board to give my teacher my test, I got a brief look at her phone and she was on OnlyFans. So when I was home, I looked on OnlyFans and found her OnlyFans, so I subscribed to her. And every day after my parents went to bed, I whipped out my phone and my ding-a-ling and gooned to her photos. And I've always gotten away with it, but sometimes my parents would ask why the carpet is white, but I always just told them I don't know what it is. I mean, I think I know what it is, bro. What is wrong with you? So you're from Germany, okay? Is it normal for teachers in Germany to have OnlyFans? Like, maybe it's allowed in Germany, like, because I assume in America and like in Australia, it'd probably be like not allowed for teachers to have OnlyFans. But what are the odds that as you go to give the teacher your test, you see on her phones that like she's checking her OnlyFans analytics, like she's checking her monthly earnings. She's just waiting for that moment where she earns more from OnlyFans than teaching, and then she will like quit teaching immediately. But instead of reporting her to the school, you're just gonna keep it quiet so that you can continue to goon to her photos. But I mean, if you report her to the school and she gets fired, wouldn't that be better for you? Because then she will double down and go harder on OnlyFans. She'll do like more crazy things on OnlyFans because that will be her only like source of income. And then you can have better photos to goon to. Like, I think that is the strat to report her. Because it's a little bit sus to have a corn star teaching young children at school. Like, it's just not a good look, I don't think. So yeah, honestly, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for keeping it a secret and gooning to her OnlyFans photos. But yeah, it's just slightly questionable that a teacher has OnlyFans. Like, that is just, I feel like that's just not something a teacher should do. I missed the toilet bowl while taking a poo. So this was in 4th grade when the school toilets were nasty, and so I tried to poo while hovering over one. I went a little bit too far back while taking this massive poo, and I felt something warm on my gyat. It turns out the poo was piling up on the back of the toilet seat and none of it made it in. So in the 5 minutes I had before somebody got called into the bathroom to check on me, I frantically scooped it into the toilet bowl and aggressively wiped my ass before going back to class. Thankfully, nobody noticed. Bro, the dedication is insane. But at the same time, like, can't you just, like, there are just other alternatives to do. Like, I understand the toilets are nasty and so you don't want to put your butt on it. But at the same time, can't you just use toilet paper and just wipe it before putting your butt on it? Like, it's not that bad. Your butt goes everywhere. And so, of course, if you're trying to hover over one, you're just going to end up pooing on the back of the toilet. Like, you went so far back that you pooed on this little area over here. That is insane. Like, how does your butt even fit that far back? Like wouldn't you hit the toilet seats? Actually, wait, no, the toilet seat would be down. So that means you poo over here. Okay. Okay, you know what? That is probably an honest mistake. But what you can do is you can lay down toilet paper over here. Like, maybe you don't know the toilet paper strat, but basically there's a strat where you just put toilet paper down here and down here so that your butt doesn't actually have to touch the toilet seats, and then you can poo in peace, and it's fine. It's genuinely fine. But instead, you go and use some toilet paper to scoop up the poop and put it back into the toilet. I mean, I know a few people who would just leave it there. Honestly, okay, I'm not encouraging this, but like, if you left it there, I'm sure like you would have been able to get away with it. But like, oh yeah, of course you should clean it up. But yeah, this is slightly questionable behavior. I feel like it's an honest mistake at the end of the day, kind of. One time in 4th grade, I saw the special needs teacher bullying and making fun of a kid with Down syndrome. They then proceeded to push him down the stairs and say, "Get up." Oh wait, you can't because you have Down syndrome. They started laughing like crazy after. Jesus Christ, is this legit? Get up. Oh wait, you can't because you have Down syndrome? Bro, what? That's not how Down syndrome works. I would have thought the special needs teacher would understand. Out of all people, the special needs teacher would probably understand that Down syndrome, it's the chromosome abnormality. It's not like literally they are down. Like, they're not down. Like, they're not down. It's not like they can't get up after being pushed down the stairs because they're down. That is insane, bro. What is wrong with your school? Did you at least report it to the principal? Because, bro, if I was a principal of that school and one of the special needs teachers pushed a Down syndrome kid down the stairs and told him to get up, but then said, "Oh wait, you can't get up because you have Down syndrome," I'd probably fire them. I'd I'd like most likely fire them. I think that teacher needs some help. There's definitely something wrong. Bro, maybe the special needs teacher has special needs because, bro, you, like, how do you think this is acceptable? Okay, so once I was just hanging out with my friend, nothing special, just chilling. But then I had the idea to bring milk to school and make it blow up by dropping it off our playground thing. I told my friend and we made a plan. He would bring the milk in his backpack since his backpack was always big and nobody would notice. Then during second period, I would run outside, he would give me the milk gallon and I would throw it. That's what we did, but the only problem was that after I threw it and it exploded, I saw my principal there. Turns out the smell of old milk doesn't smell great and it got me suspended. Bro, I mean, first of all, the one red flag I noticed, your friend was gonna bring the milk in his backpack. You're gonna bring an explosive in his backpack. That does not look good at all. You're gonna bring an explosive backpack to school. But second of all, you're just chilling, hanging out with your friend. Then you have the great idea to bring milk to school and like blow it up by dropping it off the playground. Where does that idea come from? You're just chilling. You're literally just chilling. Like, where have you seen this idea before? Did you see this on TikTok? Did you see some video of someone like blowing up milk on TikTok and you decided like you want to try that like as well? And how old were you here? Because don't you know that milk doesn't smell good when it explodes? Like when you blow it up, especially when you blow it up, it doesn't smell good. But yeah, I think bring a BOMB in a backpack to school is not a good idea. This is slightly questionable.